Okay, yes, it's totally happening. It's happening, Benny, it's happening. Okay, so this is going to be like an excuse my appearance sort of thing. You know, we're still working on this, my new office. As you can see, there's no curtains up yet. We don't have curtains yet, right? And we just realized tonight that my chair no longer goes up and down. So the camera's over here when it really should be up there. And it's at a weird angle, and I don't like it because my stupid chair is broken. Now, to be fair, I've had this chair for many years. And I like my chair. And I'm echoing right now because the room's like empty. I haven't like unboxed this specific room. Besides like all of my equipment and the shelving and stuff like that. I haven't unboxed everything else. So the chair is a goddamn problem because I can't look at my screens and look at you guys at the same time, which is agitating me hardcore right now. It's making my skin want to crawl a little bit. So yes, it's really happening. I am definitely happy to be back. I will tell you, it has been a freaking nightmare. I missed everybody. I missed all of you guys. I have no idea. You can ask Benny. I just told him that the other day. Like, I just miss everyone. Like, this has been a nightmare 2 weeks. I'm mad about my chair because I love my chair. All right. I'm not going to say it's the most comfortable chair on planet Earth. It's not the most comfortable chair, but I do love my chair. And now it doesn't go up and down anymore. And so now, I don't know. I gotta figure something out because my equipment right now is on the desk, but not in the proper place where it needs to be. And the camera's not in the proper place where it needs to be. And I still need to get curtain rods, and I still need a couch. And there are more important things I needed to do other than a chair, right? In the move, one of my screens got damaged. So that was fun. That was real fun. And as you guys know, I live in the beautiful Massachusetts, and we got dumped on, okay? I was literally in the jackpot zone for the snow, for this blizzard, and we got 31 inches. Some hours we were getting 4 inches an hour, which was not fun. I was snowed in for days from Sunday until Wednesday. They did not plow my residential side street until Wednesday. Some of my city didn't get out until Thursday. So I was supposed to get my internet and be back with you guys last Tuesday, but because nobody could get anywhere, including the Comcast people to get to me to switch the wires in the basement, we didn't get it until yesterday. Yes, 31 inches in less than 24 hours. That is what we got. That is what we got. It's cray-cray. Like a little cray-cray. Like, I'm like, you guys are killing me. Comcast. Like, I have to go back to work. I haven't worked in 2 weeks. My bank account has $3 in it. Like, y'all need to hurry up. And they're like, no, sorry, ma'am, we can't get to you or anyone else in that city right now, considering all those roads aren't plowed. And so that was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare, to not have internet, to not be able to have them come hook it up so I could go back to work until today. Well, last night, so I couldn't be back with you guys until today. And then, of course, today I'm like putting the screens where they go, and like I'm getting ready for the show, and like I sit in the chair and I'm like way down here. And I'm like, why am I way down here? What the fuck is actually going on here? Like, why is my chair way down here? Why? So when my screens are where they're supposed to be and the camera where they're supposed to be, you guys would have saw like this part of this top of my head. So I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on here? So I had my husband look at the chair, and it's broken. It won't go up and down. Won't go up and down. So, which makes me sad because like this was an expensive chair, and I have more important things like groceries to worry about than a fucking chair. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know, Mickey Mouse jerry rig. I don't know. We're gonna do something with this thing for a bit and figure it out after tonight for tomorrow because I can't work like this, you guys. I can't work like this. I do have my cherries up. These are usually in my room. These little cherries you see in the background here. And my little pink bow. I have my do epic shit sign, but it's too bright and you can't see it because it's so fluorescently bright. So we can't put that one up. So we just put the bow up, you know? I gotta move shit around. I have a green screen. I could work with the green screen, but I haven't put it up yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with the background, considering before it was like an office and a playroom, and now it's just an office, no playroom needed. I kind of have more space than I need, if that makes sense. I don't have enough like office stuff to fill in this space. I have all my signs I can put up, and also this right here, this slanted ceiling deal thing that we have just over in the corner and nowhere else, but just in this one corner. Yeah, this. I'm not a fan of this here, but I am on the top floor, so it's kind of like just what you get, you know? Wait, what do I have to do? Replace the gas lift cylinder on the chair. Oh, I gotta write that down. Because I will not remember that, and if that's all I need to do to do this thing, then I'm doing it, because I would rather keep my chair and not have to figure out a way to get a new one. To make a platform. Okay, then I'd fall on my face. I'm serious, you guys. I would fall on my face. If I had to like make a platform for my chair, I would probably literally fall on my face. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down. Chair. It'll go down, but it won't go up, if that makes any sense. So it'll go down, but not up. Like it stops at a certain point and won't go any further up like it's supposed to. So I don't know why. Like, cool that you go down, but I need you to go all the way up, man. I mean, I definitely probably could make a platform, but if you guys want to watch me fall on my face, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not gonna be so fun. So I got a couple thoughts. The gas lift part has leaked. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that, my friend. Because I did not hook up my soundbar because I'm using my headphones, but my soundbar is here. And yes, of course it's pink. Like, hello, sure. My other ones were pink too, but they crapped the bed on me before we moved. So I had this backup one here. And as you know, everything has to be pink. How's the sound? Besides the echoing that I'm doing, how is the sound for you guys? Because I do have my, I don't have to put this on here, but I feel like it gives a little bit better sound. But if it's muffled, I can change the volume up or down for you guys a little bit. Let me pull up real quick. So there's been lots of shenanigans since I've been gone. I wasn't on social media for a while because I was trying to unpack my house. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do all these things. I know it's a little echoey. I'm going to fix that. I promise. I got to put other things in the room for it to not be so echoey. I got to put up curtains and do all that shit. And to be fair, we give the large shout out to Mr. Benny Blanco, who, if it wasn't for him helping me move my furniture out of my house and into the U-Haul, I don't think I would have got it done that night. And then it would have been half snowed in one place and half snowed in another. So we take our hats off to Mr. Benny Blanco, who helped me and my husband move the furniture that we had. We don't have a ton of furniture. My kid's bed, chair, mattress, box spring chair, desk. The desk was one of the things that needed to be moved, and we had to like separate it into two pieces to get it out and into the truck and back in up 3 flights. The back of my legs felt like I just did 17 Stairmasters for 5 days in a row, and they were burning. I literally mean burning. I could not walk for like an entire day. That's how bad my legs are going. Down 2 flights, up 3 flights, down 2 flights, up 3 flights. Listen, I am so grateful that he came to help, because I don't know what we would have done. I can't carry furniture like that. I just can't. I simply do not have the strength for it. I don't have the mobility for it. That kind of furniture is too heavy for me to pick up. We don't have a couch, so it's not like I had to move a whole couch or anything. We have like a tiny little futon thing, because in the old apartment we had a couch coming to us and didn't fit. It fit up the staircase, didn't fit through the door, so that was a problem. So I'm hoping, what I did was I cleaned my Amazon wish list, and I put pretty much just things that I need for the house that I didn't need at the old house. Like at the old house, we had a sliding glass door. I didn't have that here, so I had to get a shower curtain and that stuff, She is a mini me, isn't she? She's my little is such a mini me. My oldest is too, but my mini is so mini me, it's not even funny. Who's Cowie taking? Who's Cowie taking? I always say that. I'm like, just whose car are we taking? Which one? You need help? Good. Which one we taking? That was a joke back in the day. It was in the town, I believe. Friends of mine, that was our thing. Like, that's the joke, you know? Like, you're always going to help whose car are we going to take? Don't ask questions. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. But so I see, hello. I know it's kind of an empty space at the moment. I'm working on it. So what I did was essentially unpacked every other room in the house first. This is the office. It's the most least important. I actually did the kids' rooms first. Did them first. And then I did the kitchen the same day. And then the bathroom, obviously, for obvious reasons. And then I did the bedroom. And then my walk-in closet. And then this will be flat. Because there's nothing really in. It is very... Well, I have my lights on right now. So I have my lights off. And this light in the room was just not enough. It wasn't enough. So I had to turn my, like, very bright lights on, unfortunately. But what I did was I cleaned off my Amazon wish list, and I just put things that I need for the new house. Like, I found, and please tell me if you guys, did any of you own a boneless, AKA cloud couch? Does anybody own one of those? I need to know. I have one friend that has one, a friend who lived across the street from me at my old place, which we miss dearly. But she loves her cloud couch, and I love her cloud couch at her house. So I found a pink, and yes, I said pink because everything in my house is pink, including my toaster. I found a pink cloud couch. I mean, it comes in like 10 different colors, all this, like literally black, gray. So it's like a boneless couch. So instead of it having like wood on the bottom, it's like memory foam that expands over 72 hours, and it comes in boxes. So it's essentially the only thing that'll fit up the stairway and through the hallways because they're narrow here. And same in my old place. I didn't know this existed exactly. So it comes in boxes. It's like a small sectional, and it expands. It's like memory foam. It expands for 72 hours until it's the correct, and it comes with the throw pillows, but there's a couple, but there's the pink one on Amazon. They can come in the R L shape or the right, which is the R, or the left, which it doesn't matter which one. It's going against a wall, so it could be left or right L shape. I don't really care one way or another. But they're only $399, and I'm like, if I save for like 3 months, I could probably buy that couch and have the couch. And it comes with the throw pillows. I put that on the Amazon wish list so I don't forget about it. Because we need a couch, man. We also need a bed. My bed is so old and it needs to go. Like when you're so uncomfortable when you sleep that you're waking up like hourly, it's time to get a new bed. And to be fair, the bed was given to us by someone who had used it like 3 or 4 times. They got it for their son. Their son was autistic. He didn't like the feel of it. So they gave it to us. And now it's just weird. And like one of the coils is like popping through, and it's just not. I have a topper on top of it, and that's still not doing the trick. So I found a bed, queen size, memory foam for $215, I think it was on Amazon. So I threw that on the Amazon wish list to remember it. And then things like, the people who live here pull up the brackets for the curtains. So they're like the cheap brackets, not like the whole curtain thing, but like the brackets. They just go on like the old school ones. So all I really need is like a bunch of those, and they come in 2 packs for like $11 or $12 on Amazon. So but I have weird shaped windows. These ones are normal. In the other rooms, they're like, in the living room, we have 2 smaller, narrower windows. And also there's a window in my shower. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this window in my shower? Exactly. I ordered this like Klingon stuff that goes on the bathroom window, so people can't see through my window because it's not frosted glass or anything. I don't think anybody, I don't need any peepers through my window looking at me, while I'm trying to take a shower. So we got the, I was like, why is there a window in my shower? This is a little cray-cray. but we're working on it. You know what I'm saying? We're working on it. Working on it. Yeah, see, I don't know why. Like, why put the window? I get it. You want to lose the moisture, but like, why? Then make it frosted glass, man. Like, you made it regular window glass. Like, this is bullshitaki, I say. Bullshitaki. All right, so here's the thing. So while I've been gone, there's been some shenannies afoot. Okay? There's been some motherfucking shenannies. Yeah, that's what I got. It's like a peel and stick. You use like water and then it sticks to the thing and stays. Like, so we got that. It was from Amazon though. And I forgot to change my old Amazon wish lists address to here, but I did. I changed them, thank God. But damn, like I plan on doing an unboxing when Mrs. Koala sends me all the amazing Australian snacks so we can do an unboxing. If I get any of the, that's what I should do. I should do a virtual housewarming party. Virtual! Just unbox the virtual stuff. But I do need to like get the basics. Couch, bed, things like that. So we got snowed in and we couldn't get everything into the house before we got snowed in. And so we had air mattresses because the beds were in the back of the truck. And we couldn't get anything out of the truck for 3 days. So we knew that like it might be snowed in for a day. So we got, brought the food in, brought the blankets and pillows and the air mattresses because there was no way we were getting to the beds all the way in the back of the truck unless we moved everything out. And there was no time by the time we got here at like 7 o'clock at night for moving everything into the truck from the old place. So that we had to put all the like lawn furniture and like my grill and shit that had to go to my storage unit. So there's all that stuff was like in front of it. So the beds were like way in the back. So we were snowed in for days on air mattresses. It was very uncomfortable. I'm gonna tell you that much. I don't recommend. Do not 0 out of 0. Don't recommend. Don't fucking do it. Don't freaking do it. So the turtle's been busy screwing himself 7 ways from Sunday. Are we all shocked? Let me just remind everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna remind everybody real quick. Hold on. I'll pull this up real quick here. Remind everyone exactly how.
Please do this on a bed or a couch. Can you please not get me kicked out of my apartment, please? Can you just please do this on a bed or a couch? Please not get me.
This will never not be funny.
Can you please not get me kicked out of my apartment, please? Can you just please do this on a bed or a couch?
This is some of the most manipulative shit I've ever seen in my life, okay? But this is him. This is who he is, right? Like this manipulation of like, feel bad for me. I'm the victim, although I victimize everyone else. Hi, babes. Thank you. It's nice to be back. It is. I know. Dude, I'm scarred for life. Everybody keeps talking about the blizzard of 78. I'm scarred for life for the blizzard of 26, okay? He flipped his shell. Yeah, he has. But to be fair, and I saw people, earlier on X when I was exploring around, she's like, please do this on the fucking couch or something. Like off my, she's got neighbors. So it's probably like, dude, no, my neighbors don't want to hear the turtle screaming and crying on the floor like a little baby. Can you get up? It's like talking to your child. Like, honey, we have neighbors. You can't be stomping and throwing a temper tantrum. And believe me, I have an 8-year-old, so I know what temper tantrums look like, especially diva ones. Okay. I have all girls. I'm screwed for life. It's just that simple. All right. So I'm just saying. I'm just actually saying. So while I was gone, oh wait, by the way, speaking of which, since all of you were here, I have memberships to give because they give those to me on the first of the month. They do. They give me 10 of them on the first of the month to give to people. And some channels don't, but I like to. I think people think, they're losing money by doing it, but I don't care. I like to do it. Sending 5. Let's see. Hey, Cheryl. Here we go. Shaking the bushes. Randall gets one. Darking. C. Taylor. Nicole. K. Boot. All right, we shall try again. We'll do another round. We get 10, so. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see it. Oh, Thinks gets one. Pepper gets one. Laura Lee Smith. Lance. Sunshine Dragonfly. See, we're just shaking bushes over here. You know what I mean? Yeah, bush shaking. That's what we're doing. I don't like the setup because right now I have to look over here to see who gets the membership. To look over here for StreamYard. And like the camera's here and it's really shit. I'm not a fan. All right. Well, that's what I got 10. So, yep. Welcome to the tribe, my family. I don't usually do night lives. It's usually daytime, but I had appointments and shit I had to do today. So I figured, we'll do these tonight. We'll do our comeback tonight, and then we'll do our regular ones during the day tomorrow, and on we go. But 2 weeks gone was a lot. I'll tell you that much. I was like, this is not fun. I don't like this. Don't like. Hey, Racer. I was just like, I'm not a fan of this. This is not. I don't like it. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. If I wasn't working, I don't know like what to do. I mean, unpacking the house was definitely a feat in itself, and I still have like a few boxes left. A couple boxes in here, which is mostly stuff that goes in here, and like closet stuff that just has to be like organized and put away in the closet. Although I do have 2 closets in the master bedroom, which is amazing. His and hers, mine's like a big walk-in, and his is like, I mean, you can walk into it and shut the door, but it's not a walk-in closet. But definitely better than just having 2 teeny. Although I don't have any storage for my towels. I'm upset about this. I need one of those like over the toilet shelving unit things where you can put your towels, because there's no like bathroom storage or living room storage. So, or really kitchens is one closet of the kitchen. You can put like your mops and brooms and vacuum it. That's it. Rest. Well, I don't know about rest. I sleep like shit anyway. Just that's like my PTSD and my pain, like just my pain. Just is why I sleep like shit, but also because I need a new bed desperately. That's part of why I sleep like shit. But I did get some peace and quiet. Although the kids had like 2 weeks off of school because they had an entire week off last week. So they were literally out for a week on vacation, and then the whole next week got canceled because of the snow here. And again, I was in the jackpot zone. So that little space where we got over 30 inches between like 95 all the way out to Providence, like I'm in between there. And so we got dumped on. It was bad. It was horrible. My sister's okay. I was with her earlier. Went to the store to get water. She's dealing. She had her baby shower the weekend I moved. So the day before I moved, Saturday, like I moved the next day, Sunday. So she's dealing, but it's going to be a long road ahead. They suggested that she save when she gives birth in the next month, that she save the stem cells, but the insurance won't cover it. She works for an insurance company too, and so she found out they won't cover it, and so she went to go price how much it would be, and it was somewhere between like 5,000 and 7,000. You have one chance when you give birth to bank that those stem cells. Yes, her name's Brianna. So I don't know what we're gonna do in that situation. I know she made GoFundMe, but I don't think it's been shared yet to try to figure out how she's gonna cover the cost of all that. Or she's got to make the appointment. They said 1 month after she gives birth, she's got to make the appointment for the surgery for the tumors. So, listen, that's what we did. We did it ourselves. It's so nice to see everybody. I hate this camera angle though right now. Like, this has got to be fixed before tomorrow. gonna have to like do something. Like something's got to give on that, because I can't work at this angle like this. I can't do it. Cannot. Yeah, so that's what we did. We did it ourselves. And then Mr. Benny Blanco came and helped us at the end there. Moving from, we only moved across town and it was a friggin' nightmare. Never mind moving from Nevada to Nebraska. You're a champ. Oh, and during COVID, yeah, friggin' nightmare. Oh yeah, that was him crying on the floor. Yep. That was him. Crying on the floor like a big ass baby. So before I get into the shenanigans and give a little context to some of his texts, his extraction nonsense that we have going on here, that ultimately I tried to tell everyone a long time ago had some really bad shit in it. And I don't even think a third of it has been leaked out yet from what I know is in there. So buckle up. I don't know how much people are going to release, but there's a lot in there. a lot of really bad shit, a lot of scheming, a lot of just being a shitbag. I can't say I didn't warn people. I can't say I didn't tell them, you know? Yeah, I can't say I didn't try to tell everyone. I can't. I did. I attempted it. No one listened. No one fucking listened, Ugh. Yeah, if you're in green, so that looks like you already have one. Rando has one, Lisa has one. So anybody in green already has a membership to the channel. Reoccurring. Because of these new leads. It will help, yes. There's a lot of people that don't seem to understand that the state can use the stuff that's coming out of these leaks in the civil trials, because the rule for criminal and civil is different. For civil cases, you absolutely can use an illegal wiretap call that leaked on the internet. If this was a criminal case, you wouldn't be able to use that. In a civil case, you can use that. I mean, to be fair, I tried to warn people. This is the kind of shit that we're, dealing with. Aiden is not a well person. He's not an okay person. He is a ultimate shitbag. He's a horrible human being, and all he does is scheme and harass and figure out ways to screw people, set them up, and fit his narratives. I do. I have 4. It's like 4 different apartments. There's 2 one bedrooms on the first floor, and then there's a 3-bedroom on the second floor and a 3-bedroom on my floor. And so I've met all the neighbors. Everybody seems very, very nice and very cool. There's one other kid in the building, which my daughter absolutely loves. I always get along with neighbors. I love having neighbors. They can always knock on my door if they need some sugar or milk or a hammer or help shoveling, taking trash out. My husband's good for that kind of stuff. He's pretty strong. He's a pretty strong guy, so he can help out with that kind of stuff. My leg is itchy. All right. Before I get to Aiden's shenannies. Oh, his shenannies, I love it. I just want to say that I love this for him. Aiden, I love this for you, buddy. I love it for you. I just, chef's motherfucking kiss for you, pal. I absolutely love this for you. This is amazing for you. It's like, it's finally time. Now, the people who keep defending him, I can't help but feel a little bit bad for them. But at this point, if you haven't realized that even Jen Altman is telling everyone the truth here, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know. I don't know. He needs to stay away from her trial. He's nothing but a stain on anything he touches. Oh my God. I'm looking at something right now. I'm going to show you guys. This is fucking gross. I mean, really. Perhaps just shared it. This is Aiden just being his vile self here. And, it writes hashtag Team Cancer, and everyone knows Lisa has cancer, and she's been going through, probably hell dealing with treatment. It's like, who the fuck says some shit like this? You're mad she doesn't like you anymore, so you hashtag cancer. Hashtag jail, Aiden. Hashtag fucking jail, you human piece of garbage. Again, you're sucking my oxygen, sir. I would like you to stop. Stop stealing my oxygen. You're an oxygen stealer from us decent human beings, and I would like you to stop sucking my oxygen up. Thank you, sir. He is just, he's been spiraling, though, for a really, really long time. Like a really long time. I could have told you guys all this was coming. It's like, it's very predictable with him. He shares everything. He cannot help himself. He likes to brag and think that he, in his mind, he did something good, when in reality, he did something really, really bad, and he just wants people to pat him on the back for doing this really bad thing, and he thinks this thing that he did is fucking amazing and awesome. And so he shares shit with everyone and anyone who will listen he thinks likes him. The problem with that is a lot of these people don't like them. They just pretend that they do so they can get the information and pass it on to people like me. So there's that. And that's unfortunate for him. But if he wasn't such a shitbag, maybe that wouldn't happen. It's really sad. Hey, Patty. Nice to see you. It's nice to see all of you. I missed all of you. He is fucking demented. Just demented. And again, I wish people would have listened to me, you know? He will never learn. That's the difference. Not even jail would make him learn. That's the point, you know? Ridiculous. Melanie Little thinks that Diller using the recording to get a TRO is unacceptable. Okay, what does she think about Aiden then? You know, like these people just simping and simping is just like, it's amazing to me. Amazing. I can't. Yeah, everybody's like re-sharing that hashtag Team Cancer thing he's doing. Is it the 1 year anniversary of that video? Shut the fuck up. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys this. So he is now saying that he needs another emergency fundraiser because you guys know he has like a whole house he has to like furnish on everyone else's dime, you know, like he can't possibly pay for anything. Also, I'd like to share a number with you guys. Since 2020, an AI calculated this for me. Aiden has made over $5 million since 2020. Put that in your juice box and suck it. But he needs everyone else's money, by the way. He needs everyone else's money. He's made over $5 million. A little over $1 million went to the well, not went to, they made off of him. A little over $1 million was made off of him by the platform. But he made over $5 million since 2020. The bulk of that coming from 2022 to now. Okay? So I find it funny at this point. Where's he hiding it? In multiple places. In multiple fucking places. At this point, though, he is saying he has this new emergency fundraiser. You know, it's to pay for his house. Let's get real. And he knows that people will just give it to him. And then he laughs. He laughs. And it's like, I saw something that Jen Altman put up earlier. And she said, like, all the people who are still supporting him, do you realize he laughs behind your back? And it just rung a bell in my head because for the amount of times that I have tried to tell people, like, he makes fun of people who support him. He literally despises people that support him. Like, that's just who he is, you know? Holy shit, 5 million. Yes, 5 million. Yeah, his janky ass website is not expensive, Jordan. That's a whole lie, and we all know that. Yeah, the mega fundraiser, like he's a mega church or something, you know? Well, he is getting a mortgage, but that's the thing, is he lied on the application. He did not tell them he was dealing with upcoming criminal stuff, which kind of affects you getting a mortgage. And so that's mortgage fraud, just FYI, in case anybody wanted to know. It's mortgage fraud. And he frauded by not telling them about his criminal stuff that he's got going on. And yes, Miss GNX, say it again with your chest, my friend. It can't come soon enough. It cannot. Jail for the fraudster, right? So just remember that when he does all these, he wants to do like a 12-hour, $50,000 fundraiser. What the fuck does he need $50,000 for? Not for nothing, but he's got plenty of money in the bank. He could furnish his whole house without any help from anyone and pay all his legal bills without any help from anyone. He chooses to make it sound like he needs that help. Okay? That's just fucking crazy to me. Buy cash. Well, that's the thing, though. We do know that he filled out mortgage papers. So if you filled out mortgage papers, I mean, you wouldn't be paying it all cash because you wouldn't be filling out the mortgage papers. So, but you're right, it would be harder. But it's still not impossible for them to take it, you know? I thought about that too, like a trust, but at the same time, the government can take into account that he did it while he had ongoing criminal things to try to hide the money, and they can, you know, they have ways around taking that kind of shit back, you know? Right? For real, I mean, that's why I made the joke. Like, okay, we're going to do a virtual housewarming party then. Fuck it, right? Like, screw it. I mean, Aiden wants 50 grand over a 12-hour fundraiser. Can I do a virtual housewarming party? I mean, I do need, like, you know, curtain rods and couch and groceries. Really running low on those because I don't get help from the government. Unlike what he claims that we all get, we don't. I don't get any help. I get zero help. And I haven't worked in 2 weeks. So it's a little rough over in these these departments here. A little rough over here. So I appreciate your super chat, my friend. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to get into all of his nonsensical bullshit, but before I do, you guys know how to donate to the channel. I'm just going to pop it up on the screen. In the chat, there is a link that is pinned. You can use any credit or debit card for that one. Sorry, my nail just broke. Totally just broke, and that is very aggravating. But it did nonetheless. And then there are the basic options, of course, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Any and all donations are appreciated. I have not worked in 2 weeks, so I am hurting for certain over here, and it was not my fault. God damn it. Fucking snow, goddamn blizzard and whatnot. It screwed me royally, let's just put it that way. It was royally screwing me over. And my phone almost died, so that was fun. Comcast did tell me I could get a free line, though. But what they didn't tell me is that I would have to pay the $129 up front for the stupid phone. The phone line itself would be free for a year, though, because I now have their internet, their specific internet. So now I get a free, but I have 20 days to do it, apparently. So we'll see. I'm struggle busting it over here, right? I'm not at the right angle. My chair's broken. It's a whole shit show, Amy. A whole goddamn shit show over here. Help. Send help. It's a whole shit show right now. No, he doesn't, ever. I mean, that's because he doesn't actually like people. Unlike me, he doesn't like people. That's like a thing. He hates people. He just uses people. Yeah, that's the 12-hour fundraiser. That's the part that gets me, Choose Peace, is how do you not see through that at this point? How do you not see who and what that man is doing? It's blatantly obvious and in front of you, and every person that's even been remotely near him will tell you who he is and what he does and why they didn't speak up sooner. Usually out of fear. Because they know the shady ass shit he does behind closed doors to try to screw people over, and that includes setting people up. You know? It's fucking sad. Oh, no, absolutely not. So here's the thing, Miss GNX. He knows they're not going to work out for him. Publicly, he says he's not worried about anything. Privately, he is bitching and whining and complaining. He's going to go to jail. He's going to go to jail. He's so worried about going to jail. He's going to go to jail. Blah, blah. He knows he's going to jail. He knows it. Publicly, he puts on a different attitude than what he actually says privately. Make no mistake about that. So, you know, yeah, he called it a mega fundraiser. Yep. They should. I mean, he doesn't need a fundraiser. He wants other people to pay for all of his shit without actually having to do anything himself. Well, I mean, people don't have to donate. That's the difference. Just like on my channel, people can choose to donate or not. You know, they can choose to send a Cash App or a Venmo or a PayPal or use the link with their debit or credit card or do a super chat or a super sticker. They can choose if they want or if they don't want, you know? But his dumb ass makes it sound like these are things that he needs, and if he doesn't get all this help, something bad's going to happen. And how could something bad happen to the man that did so much good? The problem with that is he's never done anything good in his fucking life. Let's be honest here. Nothing that he wasn't going to benefit from. He doesn't do things because it's the right thing to do like most of us do. He does it to get something out of it because he's a shitty human being. And again, an oxygen fucking stealer. Stop stealing my oxygen, Aiden. Nobody likes you, sir. Okay? Just drift off into oblivion. Sooner than later, and mark my words, you're going to be perma-banned from YouTube anyway. Let me just give everybody a little heads up here. The lawyers at Google and YouTube have been put on notice at this point that they're responsible for any damage that he does to people from the time that they were specifically told in their legal department over 6 months ago until ongoing now. Every one of his videos has 15 or more violations of terms of service. And we now have concrete proof that they have ignored it for profit. And so let's just put it this way. The actual lawyers from Alphabet, which is Google, and YouTube have literally made phone calls to speak to those of us who have filed these reports about the fact that they have done nothing and it has continued to affect people's livelihoods, people's lives, their jobs, their children, their families, and Google and YouTube and Facebook have done nothing but, and X have done nothing but profit instead of following their own terms of service. So, yeah, he's going to be going to prison this time. Prison. Good night, darling. Good night. I wish she would. You know, I don't know if she's going to, but if I were her, I would have already turned state's witness at this point. She's got nothing to help him with anymore. Nothing to fear anymore. You know? He's done it all. And, you know, that's how fucking stupid he is. He doesn't save anything for later. He just goes all at once like a dumbass so that the person has nothing left to be afraid of anymore. All they have to, now that he's, you know, sullied their fucking name and tried to destroy their reputation, now they can just say whatever the fuck they want and they're not afraid anymore. He's not as smart as people seem to think he is, you know? He treats people like garbage because that's what he thinks of them. You know? It's pretty good news, right? It's pretty good news. I don't know how long it's going to take. Yeah, so they have been told that if they don't start doing what they're supposed to do, that it's a prep for a lawsuit. So they have been given legal notice that if they don't start acting fucking right, essentially, and not ignoring their own terms of service, because they suspend smaller creators for way less. Permaban them for way less than what the fuck he does on every stream. So, you know, the First Amendment defense isn't going to work for him. Sorry to tell you, but you don't have a First Amendment right to harass people and affect their livelihood and get them fired and destroy their reputation when you know the certain things that you're saying are bold-faced lies and you're just doing it to save face. Because 99.9% of the time, that's what he's doing. He's trying to save face with his followers so they'll keep sending him money. It's not because he actually, you know, has dirt on someone. It's because he had to make it up so that it'll fit his narrative. Oh, and they will, because if they don't, they're going to be looking at a lawsuit, and now they've been put on notice of that. So they can continue to ignore it if they want, but they're just racking up millions and millions of dollars they're going to have to end up paying out to people like me and all of you, because we're not just going to let it go. We're not just going to let it go. We're not just going to say, cool, you guys shut it down after months and months and months of hurting people. No, we're going to make them open a millions of dollars fund to anybody he has hurt by being on those platforms. I mean, we made pretty specific, you know, demands that he gets a permaban and that the devices are banned. His devices, his internet, his IP addresses, his phone devices, they're all going to should be permabanned from the, from being able to use things like YouTube, because you broke the terms of service 15 times per video, dude. You know, Freeze, that's something that I've been telling people for a long time. It's kind of like an Airbnb. I mean, he did rent it off of an old guy who lives in like Florida or something, the one that he lives in currently. But I've been saying that for quite a long time, that I have never seen someone project in the way that that man projects. Everything he accuses someone else of doing is something he has done. Is that fucking crazy or what? Like, YouTube makes money off anybody's channel. It doesn't even matter if you're monetized or not. They make money off of you. And so they've made over $1 million on him alone. He's made over $5 million since 2020. There's a couple of us, but get this one. He's had over 45,000 reports on his channel alone. 45,000. Put that number in your juice box and suck it. 45,000. 45,000 reports on his channel, guys. Again, I have the numbers. I literally have the fucking numbers. I'm kidding. I kid you not when I tell you this. I have the documents to prove it. If I could release them all right now, I would. But it's, you know, going through the process of having to take, you know, letting Alphabet and Google give them a chance to do what they're supposed to do and what's right. We'll see if they do. If they don't, then they can deal with the lawsuit from a multitude of people who were damaged by it. 45,000, Amy. 45 fucking thousand. 45,000 reports on his channel. What's that tell you? What does that tell you? Thank you, darling, for becoming a member. 45,000. That's fucking bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. 45,000. most of us don't even have 100, never mind 45,000. Because we just don't go around harassing people, you know, it's like not normal. It's just not. But, you know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, 45,000 reports. People have put in 45,000 reports on his channel. Yep. It's just sad, you know? That's just sad. Really, really sad. He was demonetized and he did lose his channel. And that's the other thing is he has been banned a multitude of times from Facebook, YouTube, and other platforms and has went back. Sometimes going around the ban, which is ban evasion, right? I don't think that'll come up in his trial because that's something we're doing separate and apart. It's like a civil issue. It's not really like a criminal. I mean, yes, they could use it if I sent them the paperwork, but he should have been shut down a very long time ago. They are public if you know where to find them. They do nothing. They do nothing. And so we have proof that so it was on it was a tier 1 violation last week. They had 24 hours to review his channel. Within that 24 hours, the lawyers from Alphabet called on the phone. So they're fully aware. What's new on the New Jersey? Nothing. It should be happening tomorrow? Friday? Tomorrow? Friday? It's this week. I know Donna's was this week. I don't know when the other one was, but I know Donna's was supposed to be this week. So, can you imagine 45,000 reports? Like, what in the actual fuck? 45,000. Like, that's crazy. What is wrong with some of these people? Like, I saw the DCF worker who was giving information to Aiden. Like, how stupid do you have to be? How stupid? How dumb do you actually have to fucking be to be sharing that kind of information with him, knowing what he's going to do with it, knowing he's going to harass people? Oh, if I had, yeah, of course, and that was our point to them, which is I have a much smaller channel, and I would be shut down for way less, and many other channels have been shut down for basically nothing. And that here we have this, you know? That's just crazy to me. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's bonkers. But to be fair, I tried to tell people, you know? Tried to. Yeah, sweatshirts that she made and just had a turtle on them. They weren't his turtle. He didn't own it. He has no copyright to it. It was like 4 or 5 shirts. Like, and she offered him a portion of it and he wouldn't take it. And it's like, you wanted your 7 cents, bro? You made $5 million since 2020, but you want 10 cents from Donna. Get the fuck out of here, dude. She doesn't owe you anything over shirts that she made. You don't have a fucking copyright. Who the hell are you? What in the actual fuck? But the fact that anybody jumped on that bandwagon with him is crazy to me. Well, the lawyers who actually physically called on the phone are now, I mean, they've already on notice. Their legal department was already on notice months ago. We still have all that documentation. So they can no longer say they don't know or their system didn't flag it and it's bots that handle it and it's all the excuses that they have aren't going to work out for them. They now have legal liability. You know, they're already at the point of no return, according to our paperwork and the shit that we have. You know, so well, that's what they care about. They care about the money they're making off of him, and then they're going to make more money off a bigger channel and smaller money off a smaller channel. That's why they shut the smaller channels down for nothing. You know. So that they can actually say that they did something when someone broke terms of service. Let's get real here. He has at least 15. The last video he did when he released the information on Meredith's daughter and mother, which was just gross. 18 violations in that video. 18 violations of terms of service. Just in that one alone, that one's still up. Make it make sense. 45,000 violations to his channel. 45,000. Think about that number for a second. 45,000 violations. Like, that's how many times he was reported. And people don't just report him for shits and giggles. They report him because he's doing something bad, which is what he's always fucking doing. Let's be real. You know? It kind of is like reality TV. But even the stuff that, you know, that Kate has released from his extraction, some of the shit that I know is on there gets far worse when he's talking about other people, you know? Hey, Space Coast! Oh, damn. I'm surprised that so we had to have the National Guard come in here for disaster because of the blizzard. We actually had to activate 350 service members to come here and 4 other cities to do some serious cleanup because we're all stuck in our houses for days. Well, that's the thing. Even if he's not monetized, they still make money off it. So even if there's no ad revenue, because we get next to nothing in ad revenue, literally. So even if he's not making any ad revenue when he was demonetized, they still make money off of his channel. So it's even from just views, even though he might not be, if he's not monetized, they are, right? So they have no incentive to shut it down. That's the problem. The fact that that video is up is fucking bonkers to me. That man's ego is bigger than all of the UK. And then some, literally. I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand that he's not a good person. Okay? He's not. And he never will be. This is who he is. This is who he will always be. You know? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Sad. I don't understand why anyone at this point has anything to do with him. The people who continue to like back him, what they don't get is behind closed doors, that man is literally making fun of you on a daily. Like, how many jokes he's made about Boozy Susie alone? I mean, come on. And that lady still sims for him every day. Like a dumbass. Like an actual dumbass. I mean, come on. Then you have these people like workers who work for the state giving him information, knowing they could lose their job for doing it, but hey, fuck it, let's just keep doing it anyway, because that's like the smart thing to do, right? Like, that's just some smart fucking thing to do. Let's just keep sharing people's personal information we can get fired for, as if a multitude of people already from the courthouse to a dispatcher haven't already been fired from doing these things. There were 4 people walked out of Stoughton Courthouse for sharing information with him. Like, what the? 2 of those people were fired. I don't know what people don't get. You know? Shut the fuck up. That's gross. See, that's not okay. That's just not okay. He is not a good person. Hello! Are you tired? Are you sleeping? I'm sorry. It's not that big. Not, you know, if you put it up against all the other ones that are, you know, millions and millions of subscribers. He thinks he's the most famous person since, you know, Cameron Diaz. The problem with that is half the people in my own state don't even know who the fuck he is. So, you know. See, that's sad, Benny. Isn't that sad? He did get banned off Twitch. Well, I mean, still, Twitch at least has a heart, you know, banning at least some assholes. I mean, all he's going to have at the end of the day is probably Rumble. Who the fuck watches Rumble? Nobody really. You know? Exactly. You're exactly right. If you're smaller, you get banned in a second for doing nothing. For doing next to nothing. For next to nothing. You know? That's because he never cared about those people. never cared about any of the boots on the ground people. He cared about money and what he looked like in that moment. He never gave a shit about any of those people. You know, not ever. Cruelty is just gross, in my opinion. Like, if that's all you have in you, is to be cruel to other people and think it's cute and it's funny, and that's just gross. It's gross. Like, how do you live with yourself like that is what I want to know. I could never be that cruel. You know? Sure, doxing, harassment, cyber stalking, exploiting minor children, sharing their pictures, addresses, phone numbers, witness intimidation, picketing of witnesses, slander. You can't use a platform. There are terms of service that you cannot use a platform to harass, defame, smear, lie about other people. You cannot use the platform to do that. That's against terms of service. And you can't use it to dox people either, which he does on almost every fucking show. So his family is not too fond of him. I'm sure they love him as a family member, but they don't want anything to do with what Turtle Boy is or what it has become or what it ever was. They never did. I don't think who would ever know. Narcissists don't have the ability to care about anyone but themselves. And that's the God's honest truth, is they just don't have the ability to give a fuck about anyone. About anyone. They just don't. It's that simple. Free said, just my opinion, just my experience from sitting back and observing his work, and I was regarding the YouTube platform, his work falls under the reality scandalous genre of drama TV. I mean, a little, but at the same time, you got to follow terms of service, you know? You have to. I didn't hear anything about Runkle. What happened with Runkle? Did something happen with Runkle again? I must have missed that. Hey! Nice to see you. I mean, he's just sus in general. He's just a gross human being. Everything he does is about sex, which is just deeply concerning. Secondly, let's talk about how the fact that he wants to keep smearing a sexual abuse victim who is now an adult, who was a victim of it as a child, just like I was. He wants to keep smearing Alex simply because he was wrong. Aiden was wrong, and he cannot just admit he was wrong. Cannot. He cannot just admit he was fucking wrong. I mean, Alex went and took a goddamn lie detector. That isn't good enough for Aiden, right? Because Aiden, that would mean Aiden is wrong, per usual. And he can't be wrong. He doesn't know how to be wrong. Sure. Not mad, I can explain. No, I didn't say Runkle. No, I don't really follow Runkle much, to be honest with you. I do. I feel bad for his kids because one day they're going to have to see all this, and I'm sure his daughter probably already does, and that's maybe one of the reasons why she doesn't really want to be around him. Just sad. So his charges, you cannot use First Amendment as an excuse for witness intimidation, and he knows that. He knows like he has no real chance of winning in this court case. He needs people to think that he does, so they'll keep giving him money for his, quote, legal defense fund. But even a judge has already ruled, I can't remember which judge it was. It might have been Krupp, but it could have been the other judge. But the judge already ruled that the First Amendment is not an argument to what he's claiming. He's claiming he has the First Amendment rights to do all this. The problem is you cannot drive by witnesses' homes with bullhorns, okay, and scream that they're murderers and bring people to their homes, go to their businesses, threaten them on your YouTube presentations that they'll never live a normal life. They need to just tell the truth, which in a dog whistle means say what I want you to say or else we're going to keep coming. And that's exactly what he said. At one point, he did say on his show, which the government has, yes, it is my intent to fuck with the jury in the case, right? So witness intimidation there is no, first of all, Massachusetts has no journalistic privilege. There is no journalistic privilege in this state. We do not have that here in Massachusetts. So he cannot hide behind any sort of journalistic privilege because we don't have one, number one. Number two, journalistic privilege would not save you from witness intimidation or picketing charges of witnesses. It wouldn't. It simply wouldn't. You can ask questions, but if those people then say they don't want to answer you, you can't just keep going back and back and back, right? He can argue all he wants that it's his First Amendment right to speak. Cool, speak. But it is not your First Amendment right to say, you'll never live a normal life. We're everywhere. We have eyes everywhere. I get pictures of you every day. I know where you all are. Because these are the same things that he bitches and whines that people do to him. And it's weird. And it's witness intimidation. And people are trying to intimidate him. So he knows it's wrong when he does it. He just doesn't like it done to himself. Remember that. All the things that he's bitching and whining about right now about his extraction, let's fucking remember that he took Lindsay Gattani's full phone extraction, entirety of it. And because he could not release it under court order, he gave it to someone else and made sure that they released it. So it would be everywhere, just to smear her, just to fuck with her. He released her entire extraction. Now here he is crying like a baby back bitch that his full extraction, and it's not even the full thing, it's just pieces of it here and there, that his extraction has been released on the internet. Wah, cry me a river, poor fucking baby. He has no problem doing it to other people and making other people's life a living hell. But when it happens to him, he's the victim and he needs to run to the police station and call them about his missing shoe. Okay? I don't think they found his missing shoe yet, by the way. Like, let's be honest here. Do you know how many times that man has been to a police station in the last month alone? I'll tell you, it's been more than 10 times. What does that tell you? For a man who claims all the cops are corrupt, everyone's corrupt, even against him, he goes to the police station an awful lot to cry. An awful lot. The problem with that is he's went to police stations before and tried to file false charges on a multitude of people. Not just one person, not two, not three, not four, but way more. Over and over and over again. This is a pattern of behavior, which, again, I predicted long ago. So I love the people who come to my show and they're like, they come here, they don't watch anything, but they simp for him. So they come here and they pop in the comments and they're like, you're an idiot, you're always wrong. I just laugh at them. Like, as if you did ever watch me or you've been with me long term, you know that I predicted all of this, every last bit of it, and then some. So I think I'll go with my track record of being able to tell people what the fuck's going to happen. Over useless trolls being like, man, you know what you're talking about, Elise, man. Like, okay, sure. Sure. And Aiden does, right. Sure. Sure thing. You know? That's exactly it. Unless you agree with him 100% and you do exactly what he wants when he wants you to do it, it's not good for him. It's never good enough. You do one thing that he doesn't like, you breathe the wrong way, and you are now a target. Yeah, the judge is not. This judge that he has right now, probably the best judge he could have gotten. Because this judge is not going to put up with his shenanigans. He's not going to put up with Bradle's games or Bettero's games or their innuendo or they're trying to point the finger back at someone else. This judge is not going to play that game. I promise you that. The judge that he has right now for his case, like, I couldn't have asked for another judge that I knew would do a good job. You know? Yeah, outside D&E multiple times. He's just fucked in general, you know? I am, right? Yeah, it's out of my, oh no, this must be a new hotel room. I mean, I'm sure that's the next thing that I'll say, right? It's a new hotel room. It's a new one. It's a new hotel room that doesn't have curtains. Like, you know, where's the room service guy? You know? Yeah, exactly, YDE, exactly. They don't, exactly, Lisa. The narcissists don't know how to accept responsibility for anything. They physically can't do it. They have to blame someone else. It has to blame someone else. Have to. They cannot be responsible for anything they do. They don't have it in them to ever admit they're wrong unless they think they're going to benefit in some way from it. You know? Some shit on his lips got some shit on its lip. Well, that's the thing. If you read the Massachusetts statutes, our laws, by the way, which have been numerous times, been found to be constitutional, he broke the law, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know? That's it. Exactly. He's being charged for the shit that he chose to do on his own. You're totally welcome. He is clinically stupid. Bugs in the house. For all the people that see through it, I applaud you. I figured for sure that once that extraction was leaked out, that maybe some people would come to their senses. But somebody else said it for you. The hotel you came to help us, right? It was such a hotel, wasn't it? It's an amazing place for a hotel. A bunch of you have been to my house, including Ashley, Benny. It was such a hotel, okay? Hey, girl, hey! Hey, Babs! It's just so funny to me. Like, I mean, we gotta find a clip. We have to find a clip of him just sounding fucking stupid. I mean, there's so many to pick from, you guys. There's so fucking many to pick from at this point. Like, I mean, come on. The shit that this man says is beyond. I mean, I couldn't ever imagine that there would be someone so fucking stupid as him in life. But there is. There fucking is. Let's see. I heard Jess Machado said something ignorant like adopted children don't have real parents. Now, my mother was adopted, fun fact, and my aunt were adopted. They were not siblings beforehand. They were adopted separately, a year apart from each other. Both families had given up one of their children, or I don't know about my aunt if she was an only child or not. But my grandparents couldn't have children. They don't know why back then. But they decided they wanted to adopt. So they adopted my mom, and then a year later they adopted my aunt. And my grandparents couldn't have been more loving, amazing people if they tried. And so maybe I don't have the same DNA as them, but they were my grandparents. They weren't my adopted grandparents. They were my grandparents. And to be fair, my grandparents were more like my parents. They raised me. So I'm pretty sure that my aunt and mother would never feel like they weren't their real parents. They don't say, these are my adopted parents. They're just their parents. For someone to say something so fucking ignorant is beyond me. I mean, she tries real hard to be Aiden, and it's just not working. Not fucking working. Not goddamn working. It could have been Will that started that. I don't know. Let's also be clear. Karen Reed hates Aiden. I know that he's made a couple comments recently, like, oh, the house has been rebuilt or some shit like that. She can't stand him and does not talk to him, so he loves just playing that fucking stupid ass game. Like trying to make people think they're like friendly again or something. No, they're not. They're not. That's a fact. Well, that's the thing, is he will never move on. This is the only thing that he ever made money off of. So he'll never move on from it. He'll just keep trying to redo this in a different way over and over and over. You know? You're a child of adoption. I love that. So I didn't hear all of it. I just, saw that she had said that part of it. And that bothered me because my grandparents adopted my mother and my aunt, right? And they were my grandparents. I've never met my biological grandparents because they died before I could find them for my mom. I took the 23andMe kit late 2019. I got the results early 2020 to find out if any of my mother's biological family had the same very rare disease that my daughter has. Unfortunately, none of them did. But I was able to trace the family tree and find my mother's biological, both mother and father. Both of them had passed. My mother's mother actually passed before I was even born of complications of pneumonia in 1984. I believe my mother was like 16 when she would have died. And my mother's biological dad had passed in 2016, so 3 years prior to me finding them, of cancer. So my mother never got to meet her biological parents. But to her, my grandparents were her parents. There was nothing not parenty about my grandparents for my mother and my aunt. They're missed every single day. That's the bottom line. To say something like that just flies in the face of parents that adopt children and love them just as much as if they gave birth to them. I helped take care of my niece and nephew for close to a year on and off. And I love those kids as if they were my own. Like, that doesn't change, you know? It's just stupid. I mean, his disability is just being fucking stupid, to be fair. Will's just an idiot, and he thinks riding the Turtle Boy train is going to get him somewhere. Ultimately, what it's going to get him is crash and burn. He doesn't seem to realize that yet, you know? Thank you, Lisa. It does take more than biology to be a parent. You can ask my stepdad, who basically raised me. He didn't have to. He did not have to. He married my mother when I was 4. Did not have to adopt me, did not have to take care of me, didn't have to teach me how to ride a bike or be a good person or fix a car or do any of that shit. But he did. My husband steps in for my 2 oldest children, and they call him dad because that's all they've ever known. Does that make them not their dad? Like, if you ask him how many children he has, he's going to tell you 3. He's not going to say 1, he's going to say 3. And to them, that's their dad. Doesn't make him any less their dad. Because ignorant Jess Machado said so. Let's just throw that out there. Sorry, not sorry. TV and Jess only screw and rant about all these people. Well, that's, I mean, because that Jess is essentially just trying to be like a carbon copy of Aiden by throwing in like everything he does and then putting some sort of twist on it. The problem with that is everybody's starting to see through him. I don't know why she would ever want to be anything like him. She was the one who said that the article that he wrote on her was a hit piece and that she wanted to end her own life. So what makes you think there weren't other people who wanted to end their own lives from being smeared and harassed into oblivion with lies? And you think it's okay to contribute to that? Make that make fucking sense. Thank you, Marcia, for your super chat. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, make that make sense. Someone make it make sense. You know? I think there's a lot of just observers freeze to it, you know? There's a lot of people who are just like watching in awe, like, what the fuck is happening here? It's just kind of sometimes like a train crash that you cannot look away from. You want to look away and you're like, this is bad, but you're like, you can't help it. You just can't help it. You know, you just fucking can't. You can't. She will never speak to him again. She's not an idiot, bro. I mean, I'm not a fan of hers, but I don't think she's an idiot. You know what I mean? Anybody who goes back to talking to that moron after the shit that he does is just an idiot at that point. You know? Like, come on. Like, come on. She just can't. I don't get it. You know? It's just weird. Well, and that's true for some adopted kids. My friend was adopted, and she never really felt like one of their children. They definitely treated her a little different, but there's a lot of people who are adopted that are treated just like as if they were their own, and just trying to discount that with her ignorant ass statements is fucking amazing to me, that she even bothered to make such a statement. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. It's nuts. I think business can be good on the YouTube platform if you use it correctly, you know, and in an ethical way. That's not something Aiden does. He doesn't use anything ethical, guys. Doesn't know how. I wonder if I move, hold on, let's see if I can move you guys over here a little bit. This is a little better. It's a little better because I can look at the screen and not feel like it's a little better. I just can't with her. His money train is coming to an end. He doesn't realize it's going to crash. You know? And that's all he really does is parrot the shit Aiden says. He's like a little parrot. You know? Remember, you guys, I asked him what it felt like to be up Aiden's ass. He said warm. He said warm. You know? I mean, to be fair, this is like my new hotel, so we have to put up a sign that says, like, please excuse my appearance till I get it all settled away back there, you know? Please excuse my appearance. I'm not a fan of this ceiling in this one spot. It's just in this one corner. Everything else is normal except for this one corner. Not a fan. But I feel like I could probably put a sign here. Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. Oh my God, no. I mean, to be fair, he'd probably fuck anything with a hole, but I do think that, like, the man needs Sexaholics Anonymous. That is totally what I think. I think that's my opinion, that he needs Sexaholics Anonymous, that he cannot stop talking about anything sexual because he's a fucking weirdo. like a goddamn fucking weirdo. It's what we call weirdo behavior, guys. Weirdo behavior. It is, Claw, and that's the part that like gets me. Is he had a whole thing going before Aiden. He was a smaller channel, but he wasn't just trashing everyone here and there. Now it's just trashing anybody Aiden doesn't like, and just reparroting his bullshit. Hello, my friend. Hello. It is, and believe me, I analyze it because there's a lot of the inside information that I already knew, right? Some things that I shared with you guys and some things that I can't always share, but a lot of it is stuff that I knew was going to happen, could predict was going to happen, did predict was going to happen, and I told you it's all going to come crashing down, and he is going to be the beneficiary of his own bullshit, you know? I heard that he had been sort of bounced out of some other true crime communities. And here's the thing, I don't try to be part of the true crime community when it comes to like other creators, because every creator does their own thing. You know, most larger creators don't want to like mix and mingle with smaller creators. I plan, when my channel is bigger, to mix and mingle with smaller creators to help those smaller creators, because that is why it is so hard for smaller creators, because the bigger creators are like, oh, well, they have nothing to offer me, or they don't have subscribers to offer me, or, you know, enough subscribers to offer me money for coming from those subscribers. So I'm not going to go on their channels, and I'm not going to invite them on my channel. Like, you know, it's kind of like a me thing. But that's why it makes it so hard for smaller channels to be seen, for their content to be shared, to grow. And I intend on it, trying to at least, change that in a way, where when my channel is bigger, by specifically going to smaller creators and having them on my show. Just because they're a small creator does not mean that they don't have good input, good information. They're not intelligent. They're not smart. They're not funny, right? I'm hoping to change that. Fingers crossed. You know, it can be an amazing, all the platforms can, if you do it right and ethically. You know, it's how you use it. And Aiden just doesn't know how. Aiden just doesn't know how. You know, it's unfortunate, because all he cares about is himself. And that's half the problem, is all he cares about is himself. Let's see. Trying to see. My take, well, of course you can share it on Facebook. I'm on Facebook right now. So I stream to 3 platforms at once. X is having a problem, so I don't even know if it's working on X. It gave me this alert saying X was having a problem with streaming. It could be, it might not be, I don't really even know. It is, looks like it is. People are watching from there. But I am on it streams to my Facebook account for Twisted and my YouTube account and X all at once. But my take on Meredith specifically is that, well, she keeps coming with receipts. And to be fair, I was friends with Lindsay. So these are all the same behaviors that he did to Lindsay. And so it's not hard to, and also to go even further back, the same behaviors he did to my very good friend Leah. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to pick up on the fact that he has done this to a multitude of women over and over and over. As soon as he breaks up with someone, he cannot help himself but to use them for content and try to smear them with lies. So he looks like the good person and they look like the crazy bad person. The problem with that is he has so used that so many times by now, the same tactics over and over and over and over. Anyone who has eyeballs can see it, if they choose to see it. There are some people who choose to just pretend that they don't see what they see. They pretend that he's a victim. He's not a victim of anything. He's the perpetrator. He's a narcissist. It's called Darvo. Please look it up if you do not know what Darvo is. It's a tactic narcissists use. They reverse the victim and offender. So they make themselves the victim when they are the offender and try to make the victim the offender. It's literally part of what they do. It's also an abuse tactic, coercive control. It's a shit that they do. It's unfortunate, but it's very real. It happens all the time, you know? And it's sad. It's sad that, like, this is shit that we have to point out, that people don't get, you know? I wish that people would understand that, like, this does some serious damage to people's lives. If I was Meredith, I'd sue his ass. I'd sue his ass. I would fucking sue his ass into oblivion. And shame on her job, to be honest. Shame on her job. Because they had a duty in the state of Massachusetts to protect her from abuse and coercive control. And that's exactly what he did. He's done this exact same scenario to a multitude of people, and it wouldn't have taken more than 10 minutes of research to figure that out. This is what he does. You know? It's unfortunate. I wish that more people would realize that if they step up and they speak out, because there are so many people who are still afraid to even say, like, what they've been through when it comes to him. And that's sad. That is really sad. You know? It's really, really fucking sad. I really hope that more people start waking the fuck up. I've always worked alone too. I work well by myself, but I also work well with others. I like people, you know, but then you run into shitty ass people like Aiden, you know, and you have to kind of weed those people out, those self-serving assholes out, you know. Waivers are always important when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know. I think tomorrow's live will probably be around 10:30, 11. Actually, you know what? I think the Richmond's trial is still on. I really wanted to cover that one. And I was so pissed that my internet did not get, like, done until yesterday because I really wanted to start and stop that trial. It's one I've been waiting for a while. And I didn't get my fucking internet until yesterday. I was so pissed because of the snowstorm. Oh, man. There's a special place in hell for women who don't support other women, Melanie Little said on a live stream with Aiden one time. Well, guess that's your place in hell, Melanie Little. You know, I don't know why she keeps backing him. I really don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. The fact that he's getting ratioed in his own shit is kind of hilarious to me, though. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Uh-oh. So many of these people that think that they can hide behind these fake accounts and then harass people on behalf of him. Like, have these people not learned yet? You will be found out. It's not hard. You just can't do that shit, dude. Oh yeah, let's replay this. This is a good one. Let's take some seconds back to memory lane here, guys. Let's go back to when Aiden pretended that he didn't wiretap Karen Reed. Let's go back to that. Let's remind everyone that not only did he wiretap her, but then he shared that within 24 hours with 4 or 5 people that we know of, and then shared it with even more people. Let's remind everyone where it started, shall we?
A couple of weeks ago, and what did you pay for her?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck am I talking about?
Joe Flipperhead fucking feeding you nonsense. That slimy psychopath fucking nut job. Bring all these slimy cunts up. Come up one by one so I can slay them down one by one because ain't one of you motherfuckers got a receipt to back up any of this shit.
Except there was receipts.
Free. That's what you are.
So yeah, says the guy that recorded Karen Reed's.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear the fucking recording. Can I hear it?
I can.
But the text says there's a recording. So where's the fucking recording?
Aiden.
Where's the fucking recording?
He's so angry.
Why? Let's play the recording. You got to record.
So let's remember, he's so mad. So mad. He knows the recording exists because he sent it to multiple people. But here he is in public. Where is it? Let's hear it. Where is it? You got it? Play it. Well, what if he did have it at that point? What was Aiden going to do? Like, he doesn't think this shit through. He just denies to the end. And he always will. And this is what people don't get. The people that back him are like, well, he's saying he didn't do it. Saying he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. I did call it like an NFL play. I literally did. And this is the sad part, is I warned people. No one wanted to fucking listen, but I warned people. This is what he does. He will deny until the end. And then he's caught, and then he either will say nothing because he can't make a comment on it, or he'll continue to deny. Even when he's caught red-handed. Let's finish listening to this shit show.
Putting at me, right?
I know you did it, dude.
What?
I know.
We all know he did it.
Are you lying?
Of course he's
Karen
lying.
reads it.
Let's hear the fucking recording. Where's the recording? What recording are you talking about?
You're
2 days later,
accusing Karen Reed of
we all
lying
heard
about
it.
this.
Yes.
Are you really serious? How many people?
I'm really fucking serious. Let's hear the fucking recording.
So you didn't.
Can
So you
somebody
didn't.
please-
So mad.
Let's hear the actual recording. Do you have it? Does it exist?
So she's lying.
Oh no, because God, Karen Reed would never lie. Oh yeah.
So,
Oh, God.
just
Here we
magically,
go.
hold
Here
on.
we go.
Let me just run this through.
True colors. True
Let me
colors.
just run this, right? You
This is
recorded.
really simple.
You recorded the conversation. You
No.
showed it to people, and then the very next day, she randomly accused you of fucking doing it. That's what happened. That's what your story is, right?
There's no fucking recording.
There is, dude.
Except there was. And 2 days later, we all got to hear it.
Where?
That's where it started, folks. Let's all remember where it started. It started with Aiden claiming there is no recording and everyone's lying but him. Except that didn't work out so well for him, did it? In the same way, now remember I told you guys, and you can go back to my videos and watch them if you weren't here for it, but you guys remember me telling you that he screenshotted Signal conversations between him and Karen. And the reason for that was so he could get on the group chats and brag, look, I'm talking to Karen. Look what Karen said. Blah, 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 blah. That is what he does. He shares everything. Then he gets mad when it gets leaked. Okay? Then he has to blame someone. So just like Aiden, he has many minions that blame people for things. Like Deanna Corby, who so kindly blamed me for taking a picture of Lindsay at the Halloween party and then fed that lie to Aiden because she did not want to come clean to the fact that she took that picture and sent it to Lauren. So their idea was to blame it on me because they were too afraid of what Aiden would do to Lauren and Deanna if they came clean about what they did. So instead, they told him I did. A picture I didn't even know existed. So then here comes Aiden in my inbox running his fucking mouth over and over and over just one day before he lost his shit on social media and went on his smear campaign against me because that picture was like the thing that made him so angry. Except I didn't know anything about a picture and I didn't take a picture. But his idiot minions were too afraid of what he would do to them. So Deanna lied and Lauren lied. They had no problem blaming an innocent person, though, at all, or watching that person get smeared for something they did. And they didn't say a fucking single word. So I want everybody to remember that when they go back and think about some of these people that they think are innocent, those two are not fucking innocent. They can pretend they are all they want. But those two have done probably just as much as Aiden has, except they are at least smart enough to mostly stay off fucking social media. Mostly. Until one of these days where one of them opens their mouths and then looks fucking stupid doing it. You know? There was no point. He's one of those people that will steal it and help you look for it, you know? Like, you know, one of those guys. Weird. Fucking weird. I'm trying to see if I can. What? Let's see. Listen, J-Bugs, you're not allowed to eat that devil's food cake without me. That is a violation, sir. Okay? Violation. I see it. You posted 11 minutes ago. Me and you're going to need to fight, all right? Rainbow chip is better. I will die on that hill. Okay? Rainbow chip for life. Hall of Shame spaces for the sewer. It really is, though. You know? It really is. Like, that's going to go down in infamy on him. He's so sad. He's so fucking sad. Some of these people are just really, really sad that they're so hell-bent on defending someone like him. It's like he doesn't give a fuck about any of you. All he cares about is your dollars and cents. That's it. That's it. Like, hello? He makes fun of you guys. Like, I don't think you get it. It's weird that people are so gung-ho about trying to, like, defend him over shit that he absolutely did, and they want to sit there and go, he didn't do it. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Except he did do it. And he'll do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And yet, here we are. Here we are. You know? I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. Ooh, YBE made a good post here 2 hours ago. She said, why do defenses of Aiden always take like 500 words of spinning? Stop sweeping for a harasser who does harassment privately and publicly. You should have just been a pro-journalist and avoided charges for doing terroristic acts while grifting. The emotions are out of control. Like, wow, so much victim mentality from Turtle Boy and Sims. Always crying victim. Never seen so much crying before. Now, again, let me go back to the fact that man has been to a police station over 10 times in the last month alone. For a man who claims corruption and corruption and corruption, he cries to the cops a lot. You know, missing shoes, fake wiretapping that wasn't wiretapping. Now, let's remember, he has no problem attempting to have Lindsay Gattani charged with illegal wiretapping and a multitude of other women charged with illegal wiretapping. But he says in his case that wiretapping charge should go away because, like, you know, it's an old law and it shouldn't even be on the books. And, like, who cares, right? Who cares if you wiretap Karen Reed? Like, who cares about wiretapping? Like, nobody cares, right? But it totally matters if he wants to try to accuse somebody wrongly, right, falsely, of doing it to him. Then it matters because he went to the police over it, right? Like, that's a whole thing. Okay. Let's just remember, rules for me, not for thee, you know? The rules are not for him. They're for everybody else. Hello. Durr. Durr. I mean, who takes him seriously after all that? I just want to know. I just want to fucking know. After all of the shit that he says and then does the opposite of, I want to know who takes him seriously. Okay, hold on. We got a good one here. We got a good audio clip here of Aiden just like hating on others because he's such a fucking bitch. He said everyone else was there for the tailgate. What was he there for? He was there for the money, folks. Let's remember that. He was there for the money. The money. Where everybody else was there to like support. He was there for the money and he was mad about it.
You know, all these people who stood by when Krusty Panties punked down Karen and called her a murderer, they all just stood there.
I'm sorry, what were they supposed to do exactly? Punch someone in the face and get a charge because you think so? Get the fuck out of here.
At the end of the day, they're there for the tailgate.
Also, freedom of speech. No, Aiden, is that not a thing? Is Kate not allowed to have freedom of speech? Are you the only one that has a First Amendment right? I'm just wondering. I mean, you said it's totally okay to do, so just saying.
They're there for the tailgate. They didn't actually do anything. They fucking tailgated. That's what they fucking did.
Oh.
They didn't have to work.
As if he worked. Let's be real here. And let's be honest. Even those of you who, you know, are on the Karen Reed side, let's be honest for 1 second here. All of the information that Aiden put out to the world, he got from Karen and her team. He didn't do any investigation. He didn't look into anything. And there were a lot of things that he put out into the public that were just blatantly false. Blatantly lies. Innuendo. Wrong. And he never corrected a single one of them, including taillight being on top of the snow, which he said for months until the pictures and video came out of them digging it up. Then he never said it again, but he never corrected it either. So I still have people to this day telling me that taillight was found on top of the snow. Okay? Let's be honest about that. All of the information he got straight from Karen, the accused, and her attorney. He did not do any work to get any of it. Let's be honest here.
So they came down to the fucking courthouse, pulled up their fucking.
He didn't care about Karen at all.
Watched the fucking trial on TV, and
in the same way that he did. Let's throw that out there.
And just enjoyed the atmosphere.
In the same way that he did. Again.
That was their contribution to the Free Karen Read movement. That.
As if that didn't help or something. He's so out of touch with reality because he's so jealous and envious of everyone else.
Don't ever forget that. That's all they fucking did. They showed up and they fucking tailgated. That's what.
He's such a bitch. He's so whiny. I've never heard a grown man bitch and whine more than him. My husband is 100 times the man this poor little whiny bitch could ever be.
They fucking did. And they shit on people who actually contribute.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean like you shitting on people constantly who actually contributed and pretending that they didn't? Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, only you're allowed to do it, right, Aiden? I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see. Let's see what this one is. Let's see what this clip is here.
I have a hearing for this on Friday at 9 o'clock. I actually can't make it because I am going to be in court for something else that I don't want a crowd for on Friday.
He doesn't want a crowd for because this is New Jersey stuff. So he does not want the crowds in New Jersey. He only wants them here in Massachusetts, which he doesn't seem to realize makes him look like a fucking idiot. No judge wants to see a blogger who's accused of using his fucking followers as a rabid mob to harass people in his courtroom. So he thinks it's like a good look to have these people show up at his Massachusetts ones, but he doesn't want them showing up at the New Jersey ones. Why do you think that is? Oh, I know. Riddle me this. Because New Jersey has a very serious law when it comes to cyber stalking and cyber harassment. And he doesn't want to give the idea to the judge that he actually does these things. The problem is, well, the judge already has that idea because, well, Exhibit A is YouTube presentations. He tells on himself constantly and contradicts himself like every sentence.
I get it done. I have a hearing for this on Friday at 9 o'clock. I actually can't make it because I am going to be in court for something else that I don't want a crowd for on Friday. Just want to get it done.
Just wants to get it done. That's it. He's got 2 cases in New Jersey. Not just one, he has 2. 2 separate and apart cases of cyber stalking and harassment in New Jersey from 2 separate women. You know? Said, yeah, I lied, but that was a little lie. It wasn't a big lie. Of course it went right over his followers' heads. All he does is lie. This is what they don't realize. Most people can't, after you see it, most people can't watch his shows anymore once you realize that's all he does is lie. Okay? Because then you're watching him lie and you're like, you know that that's a lie, and you know that that's a lie, and you know that that's a lie. And you're like, it makes you so angry. You're like, how can anyone listen to this and not know that he's fucking lying through his teeth? How? It's blatantly obvious. It's in front of your face. He's doing it right there. Like, what the fuck? Hey, nice to see you. Of course no one called him out on that, because you have to remember, if they do call him out in his live chat, he's like, throw them out, die in a hole, die in a hole, you're a fuck, get him out of here, get him out of here, die in a hole, you die in a hole, you're bad, you're horrible, get them out of here, we don't want them in here. That's his whole spiel. If you dare tell him the truth about himself, you know, how dare you? How dare you do such a thing? And yes, he does only care about himself. That's it. That's the only thing he will ever care about. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone else. He never will, and he never has. I mean, he is literally cheering on cancer against Lisa right now, who has cancer. I mean, again, he seems to think he's like super scary, you know, Aiden Kearney, be afraid of me, super turtle, you know, that's his whole thing. I'll smear you and lie about you and my viewers believe it. You know, ooh, so scary, man. That's his whole thing. Like, that's all of it wrapped up in a bow. You got put in a timeout when? Not here, in his thing, right? I was like, wait, I didn't time anybody out. I didn't time anybody out. Yeah, Bradel and Betterow, or Betterow at least, is supposed to be his attorney for at least one of the New Jersey cases, I believe, which is just so funny to me because, to be fair, and I'm sorry for those of you that actually do have any faith in Betterow, but he's a fucking idiot. The dude is not smart. He's a mid-level to lower level. I wouldn't hire him as an attorney. I'll tell you that right now. He does not have a good judge of anything at all, including the law, by the way. Because I've seen him lie on a multitude of occasions about the law. And then people are like, oh, thanks for explaining it, Mr. Betterow. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. And I'm like, people automatically believe him because he's an attorney. That does not mean he's always right. Exhibit 1. He tried to tell everybody and argue with me online that in my state, in Massachusetts, murder 2 requires intent. Yeah, see, the problem with that is murder 2 does not require intent in the state of Massachusetts. You don't have to have any intent, actually. And so then I had to pull the law up and argue with him. And then when I showed him that he was flat out wrong, because you would think that a man who was trying to get on the Reed defense would actually know that murder 2 doesn't require intent. No, he didn't bother to look. He just flat out argued with me. And then when I showed him that he was wrong and I was right, he just didn't say anything else. Shocker, huh? And Bradel is definitely worse. He doesn't have any ethics whatsoever. And he is looking at probably getting his license suspended for a whole different thing from a while ago. So he has got a clown show of attorneys that he's paying out the ass who aren't really going to be able to help him much. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, you know, sometimes I got to break it in with a little sewer turtle, you know. The wimpy sewer turtle one is my favorite. Dear Judge, please don't put me in jail. It's me, sewer turtle. I love everybody. I'm such a good guy. Please don't look at the things I've done. I'm innocent, I say. Quite innocent. Love turtle. Love the sewer turtle. Love me. The New Jersey cases are of cyber harassment. So he cyber harassed and stalked one woman and her children and her husband, including calling their schools, calling their jobs, doing all the things that he always does. Like, that's what he does. He's done that to a multitude of people, and I love when he pretends that he doesn't. I don't do that. The people who follow me do it, and I can't control them, but I don't do that. Yeah, see, the problem with that is he actually called Lindsay Vitani's parents, who she doesn't even talk to. He has done this a multitude of times. He did it to Leah, he did it to Lindsay, he did it to Meredith. Like, he can pretend he didn't, but we all know that he did. So I don't understand how the supporters of his just blindly believe everything he says when there is a million pieces of evidence to show you that he is lying to your faces, and that he has lied to your faces for years now. And they just literally put their blinders on and they're like, you hold it down, Turtle Boy. We'll keep sending support and money. Don't worry. We got your back, bud. And it's like, paging nearest mental hospital. Please come get your patients. They escaped. They escaped. Please take them back. Take them back, please. For the love of God. I am not a fan of Linda. I think her husband is brilliant, but I think she's an actual idiot. That's just my opinion. You know, the Crypt Keeper. I mean, Aiden is now the Crypt Keeper in my eyes, you know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that lady. I just don't think she's as smart as people try to pretend that she is. I think her husband doesn't make her. You know, I think she's said a lot of things that are just blatantly false, that I know to be blatantly false, especially when it comes to Massachusetts law. And she has misguided people for clicks and views, which a lot of these lawyers, to be fair, on YouTube have done. They've said things that they know are blatantly false for the clicks and the views because they know their viewers feel that way. So they're just going to agree with them whether they're right or not. And it's like, how can you sit there and lie to your viewers? Even if it's something that your your viewers don't want to hear, if it's the truth, you need to tell it to them. You can't just lie to them because that's what you feel like is going to get you more donations or money that night. I could lie to people. My channel would be bigger. I'd make more donations, but I'm not fucking doing that. Whether you like to hear what I have to say or not, I'm not going to lie. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know? Oh, I remember that. Yeah, it's his show and he'll say what he wants. And yeah, he always does that. You're going to keep listening to it. You're not going to unsubscribe and you're going to keep sending me money and you're going to keep being here and you're going to love it. That's what he says. And it's like, for anyone to actually say that out loud and think that, because he doesn't just say that. That's what he actually believes, okay? He actually believes that after he berates people, they're still going to give him money and support him. Which, to be fair, some idiots do, but most people at least get a brain and are like, wait a second, why the fuck would I ever support this guy again? You know? And why? I think it's JRS, JSR, something like that. JSTV, that's it. But it's weird. It's fucking weird, you know? I don't get it. Yeah, her husband's a smart cookie. That guy's a smart cookie, you know? Yeah, I gave away 10 earlier. I have no control who they go to. They just go. YouTube gives them to whoever YouTube feels like they're gonna get. She kind of is. There's a lot of them in on that turtle rip, though. You know? Yeah, it's you know, Melanie Little, Brother Council. Some of these people have no shame. And it's sad because I would watch some of them before, but now knowing what I know about the way some of these people have twisted things just to their own benefit, I will not watch them. You know? Oh, thank you, Rando. I appreciate that. If anybody else does want to support the channel, there is a way you can. We have a link over in chat that you can click on. You can use any credit or debit card. And then these options that we have, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of the options, including my Amazon wish list, which is now filled with things I need for the house, is actually in the description of the video. It wasn't earlier, but I put it here before I came here. I do like EDB. I feel like she didn't get into the weeds with all this, which I can respect. You know, not getting into the weeds of this kind of shit, or even really mentioning anything that has to do with Aiden, because she's got to know at this point that he's just a fucking cesspool. You know, I mean, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate with some of them who will do that. Brother Council, and then you have Larry, good old Larry, the DUI guy. I have no respect for that guy. I know a lot of people watch him, but he's done a lot of shady, fucked up shit too, and he knows damn well he's lying to his goddamn audience, but he doesn't seem to care because he's got such a large audience. He doesn't have to care. And one day when I have that large of an audience, I really hope and pray that my audience knows that I do give enough fucks to just not sit there and lie to them, you know? YouTube might have bounced it, Miss GNX. Sometimes if people don't see it, sometimes you might be able to see it, but YouTube like removes it. YouTube's weird like that, or removes my own comments when I re-comment back to you guys in chat for some fucking weird reason. And then I can't see that they removed it until somebody tells me they don't see it anymore. But they won't take the sewer turtle off of their platform. Make that make sense. Make it make sense, you know? He's very slimy, and it's unfortunate because some of these people didn't have to be. They didn't have to be. They really did not fucking have to be. They didn't have to do some of this shit. They didn't. They really, really didn't. Oh, this is
Can you please not? Can you please not?
a grown-ass man.
Can you please not?
Grown-ass man on the floor throwing an entire tantrum for attention, okay? Because remember, at first he said, oh, this is a panic attack, it's my PTSD. The problem with that is I have PTSD. That is not a fucking panic attack, and that is not PTSD. That is fully a drunken fucking mess. That's what that is, okay? Then, closer to now, he admitted that it was just a drunken meltdown. And it was not PTSD or a panic attack. But he rode with that whole it's a panic attack thing for so long that some of his idiot supporters were like, you guys are all making fun of a man who had a panic attack. He has PTSD, for God's sakes. No, the fuck he doesn't. I have PTSD. No, the fuck he doesn't. That's a sewer turtle. That's a sewer turtle tantrum. That's what it looks like when you call a sewer turtle out on his lies and he gets so mad that all he knows how to do is manipulate you like that. He gets on your floor and he throws a tantrum so your downstairs neighbors can hear him. That's what that is. And then what happens is
Can you please
this.
not get me kicked out of my apartment, please? Can you just please do this on a bed or a couch and please not get me? Can you please not get me kicked out of my apartment, please? Can you just please do this on a bed?
Oh yeah, that's real. It's 100% real. It's very, very real. You've played this probably a billion times by now. But yes, it is very real, and that is very real sewer turtle behavior. Same kind of bullshit stunts that he pulled when he would say he was going to unalive himself to 3 now of his ex-girlfriends if they didn't answer his phone calls or if they didn't stay with him. Therefore, coercively controlling them into staying with him because he was going to harm himself if they didn't do what he wanted. Again, coercive control, abusive behavior. Shit he's been doing for years. You know? It's unfortunate. It's sad, though. It's really sad that has to be like that, you know? Miss GNX, that's the part that gets me. It's really sad that it even has to be like that. It really, really is. Oh, yeah, I would have been exhausted at that point, too. I mean, Lindsay got exhausted after 3 months. Imagine, I think it was like 18 months, I believe. I can't remember the exact time, but I think it was like, you know, almost 2 years that Meredith was with him, you know? It's patterns of behavior, people. This is not mental health, okay? I worked in mental health in the criminal justice system in a jail for the criminally insane for years. This is not just some mental health breakdown. This is a drunken, coercive control situation. This has nothing to do with PTSD, a panic attack, an anxiety attack. This is Aiden manipulating and being drunk. That's all it is. That's it. Oh yeah, he's a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's a little dude. Just a little dude. Just a little dude. Oh yeah, you know, I would have been like, Aiden, can you explain this, sir? You know, I'm just asking questions. Can you explain? He doesn't want to go back, right? He doesn't want to go back to jail. He made a whole song. He's whining because he knows that his behavior is going to get him put back in jail. And instead of admitting, like right before he did this, he was like threatening her under his breath while tying his shoe. Fuck with me. We have the video of that too. I mean, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is who he is. Same night, just minutes before this, like, he is a master manipulator. And people are fearful that he's going to smear them. So in turn, they kind of just appease him, which is a mistake. It's a mistake to appease him, you know? So here's a good one. Taco Rodriguez said, hashtag Team Prison, because Aiden said this when it came to talking about Lisa, who has cancer and has been doing treatments. Hashtag Team Cancer. Why? Because she doesn't support you anymore, Aiden? Like, he's just a horrible person, you know? So Taco Rodriguez says, hashtag Team Prison, which is something I said in the beginning of the show. Hashtag Team Prison, motherfucker, because that's where you're going. Meredith recorded that at her house. That's what she told him to get off the floor. She has neighbors, dude. And he's down there screaming and yelling, you know, and she's got downstairs neighbors, you know? Like, come on. Really, really sad. Really sad. And there are people like this. These people who cry about getting doxxed, but these are the people simping for Aiden, hiding behind fake accounts and harassing and smearing people to help him. Don't cry when then people find out who you are behind your fake account, you know? Come on, man. Like, it's ridiculousness. Wu-Tang, gotta love Wu-Tang Clan.
Of 2024.
Let's see this.
They didn't have the phone that was taken. And they certainly didn't have the extraction because I didn't get that till December of 2024.
So he's already admitting that they did not have his phone extraction. So when people, you know, are saying that they had his phone extraction for the grand jury in 2024, they did not. They did not have it and use it. They hadn't even went through it with the taint team until the end of last year. So, you know. I've thought about doing members only. I don't. I do subscribers only because it's free to subscribe. So y'all can subscribe for free and be here. That's just to keep some of the trolls out because it just makes it funnier when a troll does come in because that means they had to hit the subscribe button, wait 3 minutes, and then comment. If you have that kind of time in your life to just be a troll, like you're just pathetic at that point. So that's why I happily keep it on subscribers only mode for you guys. Because it's funny, that's why. You know? Lisa, she's freaking hilarious. Why don't you go yelling no one cares some more while your behavior shows how much you do care? And that's why he wrote Team Cancer. Like, you're just fucking gross, guy. He is the worst hippie dog. He is the fucking worst. It still makes me sad. It still just makes me sad. And that's the other thing. I forgot. Aiden lost his mother to cancer. Like, and then here you are saying hashtag Team Cancer to someone else. Like, how sick do you have to be? You lost your own mother to cancer, dude. My sister has tumors in her brain. Cancerous tumors in her fucking brain. Like, what in the actual, and she's 32 years old and about to give birth to her third child. Who the fuck ever would say hashtag Team Cancer? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, who does that shit? Who does that shit? Exactly. If they had it, they would have used it. Habsa-fucking-lutely. You know? Absa-damn-lutely. It's just sad. It's gross. It's just all gross. Here he is trying to make fun of someone yesterday, calling him an unemployed single mom. Not for nothing, but what's it to him? I'm employed by myself here on YouTube in the same way that he's employed by himself. So we don't have traditional jobs. Who the fuck is he to talk to anybody about being unemployed or to be a single parent? Not for nothing, but I don't think your children get, very good parenting when it comes from you, Aiden. Let's be real. So who are you to be talking about anybody else, whether they're a single parent or not? I was a single parent for a lot of years until me and my husband. Okay, now I'm a 2-parent household, which is definitely very helpful, but it is hard being a single fucking parent, a single mom or a single dad. My dad was a single dad once for many a moons. Okay, my dad who adopted me, he was a single dad with my brother, my half brother, and my brother's mom was an addict. So my father had custody of my little brother in the 80s. Okay, by the time he was 2. Being a single parent, single mom, or dad is extremely difficult. And here's Aiden running his mouth on anyone he can. Anyone he can. Because, God forbid you tell the truth about him. God forbid. Because that is just bad, right? Bad. Can't possibly tell the truth about the man who just hates people in general. Why? Why would anyone see? People are just sharing the whole. It's the 1-year anniversary, so everybody's got to share his I don't want to go back tantrum on the ground. I love it. I mean, not for nothing, but the shit that he has done to people is so heinous and disgusting. The way that he has harmed people's reputations, jobs, it's fucking gross. It's gross. Oh, that's not good. It's just gross. I can't. Oh boy. There's just a lot. There's just a lot. Team Prison. I still like this one. Team Prison. Play us the recording of Meredith admitting to it, Aiden. You say she confessed when you returned her phone call after she reached out to you asking for a truce, and you expect us to believe you weren't recording? Bullshit. That's all he does is record. He's a liar. Nobody confessed to anything. He's telling people that so people will believe him. Like, come on, stop it. If anybody hasn't gotten that by now, that he will just say whatever so that people will believe him. Like, I have an igloo to sell you in fucking Alaska. Okay? Like, come on, stop it. It's ridiculous. How many legal subpoenas has X received regarding the activity of Aiden Kearney? Oh, quite a few, Babsy. Quite a few. Here's a good one, and this is exactly about Aiden. Don't let anyone make you feel crazy because you figured them out. That's exactly what he tries to do. Calls everybody crazy, everyone's a scammer, everyone's a this, everyone's a that. The problem with that is he is everything that he claims everyone else is. He literally projects onto everyone else all of the things that he does. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. He doesn't care about anything but himself, Benny. We know this, you know? He's broken to the point where nobody can fix him. You know? He has said pretty offensive things about pretty much anyone and everyone. And at some point in life, he is Team Bubba. You guys are killing me tonight. Killing me. Oh, it infuriates me too. Being a survivor myself, like, you don't have a right. I mean, Alex went out of his way to go take a fucking lie detector, and he didn't owe anyone that. I don't owe anyone that. Nobody who's ever been a victim owes anyone that, especially when you're a childhood victim. You don't owe anyone your truth, okay? But when you get brave enough to tell that to the world, nobody has a right to fucking question you, and you certainly don't owe them a lie detector. But he took it anyway. And Aiden has nothing else. He has nothing else. Nothing else but to try to call him a liar still. And it's like, that's futile. He's already taken the lie detector test, bro. Stop it. Like, stop. But he has, you're right. That's what he does. If somebody recently pissed him off that's in a category, he'll just say all bad things about that. Even if it's someone who supported him and gave him thousands of dollars over the years. He doesn't give a fuck. If you don't remain loyal and do what he wants when you want him to do it, then he will try to drag and smear you. And if he has nothing to drag and smear you, because I've heard so many people be like, I don't care, he has nothing to drag and smear me with. I go, cool. Neither did I, but he'll just make it up. Watch. And then when he does, they'll come to me and be like, you were right. He just made it up. And then he had people lie for him to make it sound like it was real. I know, I've been through it. And as a multitude of other people have been, and we all warned you. We all fucking warned you. We tried to tell you. We tried. We did. We tried our best to warn people this is who he is and this is what he will do, and no one wanted to hear us. And it's unfortunate, because I think a lot of people could have been saved the aggravation of all of it, you know? Yeah, I don't know why Joe, I don't know why Mr. Flip Ahead crawled right back up Aiden's ass. It's like, bro, you realize he helped get you charged, right? Like, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't even like you. He makes fun of you still. The only reason that he even talks to you is to keep you off of his back. That's it. That's it. Oh, yeah, that's what he does in everyday life, too. Let me just fill you guys in on a little secret. When he calls people on the phone because he doesn't like something they did online, he calls and he starts screaming at them. And he demands that they stop doing X, Y, and Z, or they not say this, this, or this, or they do something he wants them to do. And if he does it, if they don't do it, he threatens them. I will do this. I will drag your family. I will blah, blah, blah. I'll tell people about DUI you had 20 years ago. I'll tell people that you used to be an addict. I'll fucking do, like, he will threaten them until they either do what he wants, which is a mistake, because once you do what he wants once, I've told people this a million times, they don't listen, then he'll keep coming back. And he'll keep coming back, and he'll keep using those same threats until you ultimately tell him to go fuck himself. Like, your best idea is to tell him to go fuck himself the first time. Because he'll just keep playing the same coercive control abusive game over and over and over and over. You know? It's a prediction for Bubba. But yeah, he will. He'll talk down to you, tell you you're, you know, this, that, and the other thing. This is who he is and who he's always been, though. This has never changed. This is something he's been, and I tried to warn people when I found out this is who he has been long before this case. When I got all the information and all the receipts and all the, when I did that deep dive, I said, holy shit, this is a bad, bad person. And he will continuously do this. I was with an abuser. I know exactly how they operate. They will keep doing it. They cannot change. They will not change. No amount of therapy, no jail time, no nothing is going to change who he is. Okay? None of it. You would hope that sitting in jail would put a little common sense into his brain. It won't. It will not. But I will tell you that there's lots of people over in Dedham that just can't wait for him to get there. He's got best friends over there. They're just like, when's my best friend, the turtle, gonna get there? You know? They're just gotta sell warm for him, you know? He's just a sad human being. A sad fucking human being. It's just sad. Shirley Max redemption. That's probably where he'll go, you know? Eventually. Shirley or Conquered. Probably Conquered or Shirley is where he could end up in Bill Ricca, but, you know, who knows? Oh boy, I don't even want to know what this is. Oh, gross.
Cartman, I want to talk to you.
Is this what people watch? I'm confused here. Like, you know, that's probably because I haven't run across him in real life yet. I remember somebody saying to me one time, I'm surprised he hasn't been wrapped up in a blanket and stuffed in a trunk, and I started dying laughing because that's like so old school mafia like. It's old school like Southie behavior. Back when we had the Irish mob, just started laughing, made me think of like The Town or like Mystic River, the movie. Yeah, he's got court at the end of this week in New Jersey. It's funny he doesn't want to talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you it's in New Jersey. He has a New Jersey court date. You know? I was right. And I don't even care about being right, I just wish people had listened. That's what I care about, you know? Yeah, they do. They have to want to change. And let's be honest. There's nothing that he doesn't want to change, you know? He does not want and never will want to change. Narcissists don't have that ability to want to be better or to change ever. They'll say it, but they'll never do it, you know? Yeah, he said some really disgusting things that someone sent to me, and I was like, this is just fucking gross, you know? Yeah, PC was not real jail. And also, he can't hide in medical this time. He's not going to be able to hide in medical the entire time. He might go to medical for like 2 weeks so they can take him off of his medication that he's currently on that they don't give you in jail to switch him to a different one. They don't give Adderall in jail. They'll give you something like Vyvanse or something like different. They will not give you Adderall. So they'll put him in medical at least for that. But the most he's going to get there is whopping 10-ish days. Yeah, Norfolk isn't. It's kiddie camp. We call Dedham the kiddie camp for a reason. I mean, the prison that I worked at here in Massachusetts was fucking bonkers, and that's because we got the people who had mental health issues. But that Dedham is essentially a kiddie camp. He will go there first until he's sentenced. Once he's like sentenced and all set on that, then they'll send him out. They'll classify him to a state prison, not a jail, a prison. Me too. I got a couple of friends who are corrections officers over in Dedham, and some friends, unfortunately, who have been sitting in Dedham for quite a while. These are the people who let me know that he was crying in his cell like a baby back bitch, and that he kept banging on his cell door when he was there, and at some point they had to basically tell him, like, this is not a fucking hotel, buddy. We're not going to keep answering you when you bang on the fucking cell door. You're in fucking prison. Like, this is not a hotel. We don't get you what you want when you bang on the door. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, that kills me every time. The Ratterall still kills me every time. Ratterall. I don't know if this one's in person. I'd have to check to see if this one's in person or not. But I think it was scheduled for him to be in person for this hearing. I don't think that you're going to see wiretapping charges fired by Karen on him, to be honest. She had her time to do it. She hasn't. Doing it now would look stupid. So I don't think you're going to see that happening. New Jersey, though, might just, I mean, they have every right to lock his ass up if they want. And then after that, court date, Massachusetts has the right to revoke his bail. So we'll see. We are going to have this conversation. We'll have it tomorrow. I'll call you in the morning. Oh, he's going to get prison time. Yeah, no, he's going to get prison time. You have to remember, like, each charge he has carries a maximum, I think, of 10 years. And they're not going to let him go with a slap on the wrist after everything he's done. He'll get jail time. Do I think it'll be 10 years for each charge? No. I think you'll see him get somewhere between 2 to 5, or it could be a suspended sentence of like 2.5 and then give him 18 months or give him 12 months and suspend the rest. Like, I don't think you're going to see him do 10 years, but I don't think you won't see him do any jail time at all. From my experience, someone like that, is not going to get nothing. Not unless they got a lot of people they can flip on and give the state someone else who's much larger and has committed a lot more crimes. And I do think that you'll see some other charges on him eventually. He's not saving himself. He's hurting himself. Every day he opens his big fucking mouth, and every fucking day he screws himself. Keep letting him shoot himself in the foot. I'm here for it. I got the popcorn. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Also, don't forget, guys, you can buy yourself a membership to the channel. You can do super chats or super stickers, but as a small channel, we prefer the most direct routes if you want to support us. And those are always Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or our link that we have over in the chat there at the top. You can use any credit or debit card for that. We haven't been here in 2 weeks, so we are hurting for certain. So, any help is greatly appreciated, of course. We love you guys. We missed you guys. I was hoping to be back last week with my internet, but that took another week because of the stupid 30 inches of snow that we got in less than 24 hours. Kept hearing about the storm 78, and I was like, listen, I wasn't alive in 78, all right? Wasn't alive in 78. Wasn't. But this one was bad. They didn't plow my street until Wednesday, guys. I was stuck in the house from Sunday till Wednesday. Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't get down the street. It was 30. They didn't even go do one pass. Not even one on my street. 30 inches. They had 4 trucks that had to do my little side street. 4 just to do my tiny side street. It was crazy. I have some pictures from taken from my window up here on the 3rd floor, and it all you can see is people's footprints who tried to attempt to get to the main road to go to a store. It was bad. It was so bad. I'll have to pull them up tomorrow to show you guys because OMG, OM motherfucking G. I've never seen so much snow in my life, and I've been through plenty of snowstorms, just not that quick like that. I wasn't born till 86. I'll be 40 this year, but I wasn't born till 86, so everybody's like, the storm was 78, and I'm like, I know it was bad. I've heard about it many times before now, but they were comparing this storm to that. I don't think they're going to give him a plea bargain, to be honest. If they're not, to be fair, I don't think that they're going to give him a plea bargain. I don't think they have a reason to want to offer him anything other than if you plead guilty, we'll give you this amount of years instead of you taking it to trial and you get this amount of years. They might give him that sort of plea bargain, but they're not going to give him a sweetheart plea bargain because they have no real reason to give him one. They have him dead to rights. Most of the time, a plea bargain is to avoid a trial. It's to avoid not having enough evidence to convict. In this case, they have more than enough evidence to convict his ass. More than enough. So the DA can charge him, but they're not going to. In the state of Massachusetts, they don't usually charge. I've seen people saying not an X. It's not what we do here in Massachusetts. They're not going to charge him with that illegal wiretapping without the complaining witness. You really need that complaining witness to make that work, to make him be found guilty of that charge. If you don't have the person that he illegally wiretapped saying, hey, he illegally wiretapped me, 9 out of 10 times the DA is not just going to pick up the charge. They can, but they're not going to. If it was a domestic charge, the state would pick it up. You wouldn't need the witness and the state would just pick up the charge because they automatically do that on domestic charges. But when it comes to an illegal wiretapping charge, their DA is not going to just charge him with it unless there's a complaining witness. And since Karen didn't make the complaint against him, I don't think you're going to see him be charged with that. Although, like we said, it is in the court record now, so they could use it as a prior bad act if they want, Yeah, he never had friends, per se, to do his dirty work. He just had minions that watch his show, But that's what he does, is fight with everyone. He does these cycles of fighting with everyone and then having these blowouts with people. And then a year later, he integrates himself into a new circle of people. And then one by one starts blowing out with each one of them for the way he acts. It's the same pattern over and over and over and over. But what happens is his audience recycles. So everyone leaves knowing he's a shitbag, and then a bunch of new people come in not knowing who he is, just thinking he's just funny, and the whole thing goes over and over and over again. It's just one recycled thing, doing all the same behavior over and over again. And it's sad at this point, It's sad. really is. They could, but they're not gonna. They're just not going to. I hate to like kill your hope on that. But the state of Massachusetts is not just going to charge him with that without the complaining witness. They're just not going to. You know, you can have all the snow, girl, all of it. You can have it all. Take it all. Take it all. Take all the goddamn snow. I don't want it. Take it away. I was sitting doing it and I was like, I don't want it. Someone take it. I do not want it here. I'm done with the snow for the year. I remember one year we had a April Fool's huge snowstorm one year on April 1st. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And somebody else was like, yeah, this is fucking New England. And I was like, you are right. You are correct. It's not worth the resources. They really won't do it without the complaining witness on just a illegal wiretapping charge, you know? That's the thing. Even if he says he did it, like they're not going to pick it up without the complaining witness. They're just not. Hey, girl, hey. I just don't think you'll see the DA do that. But I think that's what I think would be the ultimate punishment for him. The ultimate punishment for him would be if he was stripped of ever being allowed to use the internet. And that has usually been used for like pedos. In cases like that, the court actually bans pedophiles from using the internet. So it's sad, but I mean, that could be a possibility. If they banned him from the internet or using social media, they can put things in like banning his IP address, any of his devices, so that if he tries to like ban evade by having someone else make him one or something like that, then it'll be even worse on him, you know? But I think that would be really bad for him. Tomorrow morning, actually, I did my thing tonight just because like I wanted to be back and I couldn't do it earlier. But tomorrow I usually do morning between 10 and 11:30. I haven't exactly figured out which time is going to work better for me in the morning. But it'll be anywhere between 10 and 11:30 Eastern time because I'm on the Eastern Seaboard here in Massachusetts, so it'll be Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Shay Shay. I'm not finished yet. I'm not digging this this one part of the wall that does this. The rest of it is like completely normal and you get some echo in here because the room's kind of like still empty a little, but and I need curtain rods, but I'm working. It's a work in progress. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I am. Okay, good. Yeah. So our time between like 10 and 11:30 our time. They got 24 inches in New York. Jeez. I mean, I would switch with them. They can have my 31 inches of snow. It's bullshitaki, I say. Bullshitaki. Jackson is flying in for Friday. Oh, for Karen's thing? I don't think so. I don't think you're going to see him file that complaint now. It's too late. They had months to do it. And if they do it now, it's going to make them look like they only did it because Diller wants to use the thing which he got for the TPO. So I am going to put my helmet back on it. I probably put my helmet on that part of it, the middle part of it, and move the skulls down to this level and put the helmet up on this one. I have my pink shelf way over in the pink shelves over there behind them. This is an empty bureau, so I'm going to put all my craft stuff in it, I think. Because I have all like my vinyl, and I need a flat place for my vinyl, and since I don't need that anymore because I have a walk-in closet, I'm just going to put like all my vinyl and like crafting stuff in those drawers, He would die without the internet. You're totally right. 100% die without the internet. That's a fact. Because Mr. Gunny has been to my hotel now. So, he's one of the very few who have been to my Hotel Elise and Mr. Twisted. Mr. Twisted was just in here with me right before I came live. He was trying to help me set up my issue with the stupid camera and the chair not working and the fuckery. I said it. I did. I said it. And I didn't do, I'm doing my like mom hair don't care thing right now. As you can see, my hair's like super frizzy because I didn't curl it and I didn't straighten it. I just let it air dry after I took a shower. And I need to do my roots, as we can all see. My roots desperately need to be done. But I might put in my pink or blue clip-ins tomorrow just to be a little fun. Maybe my pink ones because they match everything in this room, including my little bow sign over here. Well, that he couldn't live without the internet. Let's remember, he said it was like air. Do you guys remember that? It was like air to him. He couldn't live without the internet, guys. Could not live without it. That was his thing. He could not live without it. I didn't put any makeup on. I have no makeup on, literally. I didn't do anything. I had been busy all day. By the time I got done, I was already late here, and I was having the tech issue with the camera, and I was like, I don't fucking shit. I don't have time for it. I don't have fucking time for it. So just left it bare. It's like a canvas, though. When I get to do my fun eye shadow colors, it's like a canvas for me. I'm like, ooh, what color am I going to do today? I'll have a color tomorrow. I mean, I don't need to use unrealistic filters. I have a lot of rosacea in my cheeks, a lot of redness. As you can see in my cheeks, I have a lot of redness from psoriasis and stuff. So it's, I like to at least put something on usually. But I didn't. Sometimes I know. No, they have internet, but they can't go regular online. They can only go onto the apps that are on that thing, which is usually their little email thing. They have some videos and TV shows and music. So they can't surf the internet. They can't go on Twitter or X or Facebook. They can't do any of that. They can only go on the applications that are on their set tablets, basically. So, thanks, Shay. Appreciate you, my friend. TV not having internet would put him in medical or possibly get shock treatments. Probably would, shock treatments. Thank you. Yeah, they have tablets with just apps that are pre-set on them. So they can only use what's already set onto those applications. Sorry, I'm just going to check real quick, make sure I don't have to thank anybody for donations because I haven't checked yet. And I feel like one of my apps doesn't give me a thing. It doesn't tell me anymore. I have to actually physically look at it, which I don't understand why. On that one. I just don't get it. Oh, March is horrible. Horrible. I always need to diet, okay? I can't. People always say that to me. They're like, oh, I thought you put the gray there on purpose. I'm like, oh, bitch, no. No. No, goddammit, out. Can't do it. I like the gray there on purpose. I'm old, but not that old, man. I mean, I went gray young. My mother went gray young, so we can all thank her for that. I think I got my first gray when I was in my mid-20s. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I don't want it. I don't want it. But you are a guy, so you are excused. I do have clip-ins that have a gray that goes through it all the way, and it looks very cool. If I could get my hair to do that, that'd be great, but it's only the roots, so I'm gonna just dye the roots, obviously. At least this time it actually lasted a little longer than I thought it would. A little over a month, I've heard a lot of people say that to me. My grandmother's birthday was in March. God rest her soul. I appreciate you, my friend. Any and all support is welcome. It'll be nice next month to get anything, because as you guys know, super chats and super stickers and stuff, I won't get until next month. But it's always nice to have a YouTube check of some sort coming in the next month, That's why I always say the direct routes obviously are the best, the Venmo, the Cash App, PayPal, because that's the stuff that sustains the small channels now, even when you're watching someone else. That's always the best option if someone has it, because it sustains those small channels for right now. Because anything they get on YouTube, they don't get until the next month. So I won't even get it this month. I'll get it at the end of next month. Girl, my roots are crazy. It's every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, I get it. It grows fast, but no, just no, man. No. I used to spend back when I had money, it was like, I got it down to like $65. My hairdresser, because I had been going to her for so long. She retired, but like $65 it was like every 3 weeks to do just my roots, which wasn't bad, you know? You just spotted one, I'm telling you. They used to tell me not to pull them, and I was like, F that, just rip it right out. Like, I'm pulling it out, I don't want it, tell it to go away. I mean, I'm in my late 30s, I'm not even 40 yet, all right? And I got too many. Maybe it's stress, you know? Maybe it's dealing with the sewer turtle and his fucking nonsense. But you know what? I wouldn't wish the shit that he does to anyone on anyone. And if it needs to be me to stand up and say this is not okay, and to say like it's okay to speak out and there are people who will have your back, then so fucking be it. So fucking be it, because there are not enough people willing to speak out. There just isn't, you know? So Massachusetts is so difficult to get there. Listen, I've already done this. I'm still, to this day, fighting with the Massachusetts prison system to get some of those correspondence. You're property of the state, dude. I should be able to FOIA any and all of those communications, and I'm still arguing with them over his last communications. Goldwell. I don't think I've heard of that one. Writing it down. Writing it down. If I don't write things down, I forget them. I mean, it does show wisdom. It does. There are some states you can actually FOIA all the communications from someone in jail. The phone calls, the letters, the emails. I'm still fighting with our own state on that shit. Believe me, I want those communications, because there's a lot of them that like I've seen just from like people showing me their own accounts on things that were sent back and forth. So I can only imagine what's there that I haven't seen. Told you guys what was in his phone extraction was bad. Because I had known from some of his victims the things that he had sent them. He had, you know, threatened them with on like, you know, Facebook Messenger and shit like that. Like, there's just bad shit. Florida? Yeah, see, that's what I mean. There are some states that it's like really easy to get it and they don't fight with you. Massachusetts is not one of those states. They fight with you over every little fucking FOIA request or records request. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, listen, those exist for a goddamn reason, okay? We want the information. We would like it, please. I'm trying to see. Weirdo. Go lay down, my friend. I appreciate you. All right, I'm going to wrap it up anyway because it's almost midnight here and I need to go to bed myself. But I know, God forbid they do their job. God forbid they actually have to give us something they don't want to give us. That's, you know, part of the fucking problem with the state. That's for damn sure. But I have so much more to talk to you guys about and so much more to say in general. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm going to be with you guys tomorrow. You guys are going to see me tomorrow. So, I love your stinking faces. I missed you all so much. If you catch me on the replay, I apologize you didn't catch me live, but you will tomorrow anyway. If you can, we always appreciate any and all support to C channel. We have a billion different ways you can do it. We have an Amazon wish list, and there's plenty of things on there that we need for the house, unfortunately, but that's in the description of the video. The address is all changed to my new address, and all the things are on there that I need. So if that's the way that you choose to help out, we always appreciate it no matter what. We'll do some unboxings if anything comes. I like doing unboxings. I've never gotten to do one. I'm going to do an unboxing when Miss Kalal sends me the snacks from Australia, you know? But I love your stinking faces. You guys know how to donate to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. Appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, you're just watching. Subscribing is free. Just hit the subscribe button on YouTube. I will see you all in the morning, and everybody have an amazing night. Love you. Bye.